Hey guys, welcome back to Steps to Survival. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite homemade fire starter, so stay tuned. So for a long time I used cotton balls soaked in Vaseline as my main fire starter for starting fires, and while they did work pretty well, I was naive back then and thought that this was enough to start fires. And in the summertime, it definitely is. Cotton balls, that's basically all you need. You don't even need that if you're a decent fire starter. And so as I've learned, I've realized that in the wintertime, or when it's raining, cotton balls are not always going to be enough. And especially if you're having a hard time starting a fire, you're going to run out of these and you're going to be in bad luck. So I had a couple embarrassing, sad situations where I was trying to start a fire and I ran out of cotton balls, and it was raining or it was snowing. It was in the winter time, and it was just pretty bad. I was cold, I needed a fire, I couldn't start one. I was one of the oldest scouts in my troop and I couldn't start a fire, so that was super embarrassing. And so I learned I need to be more prepared than just cotton balls soaked in Vaseline, because it's not going to be easy to start a fire every day. So if you want to see the fire starter that I've chosen to help me be more prepared, stay with me. So this fire starter is really easy to make at home. It's quick and it's pretty small and works well. So I'll show you what you need and how to make it, and yeah. So what you'll need to make this fire starter is some cardboard, some tea light candles or small candles like this, scissors, and you'll also need some little tins. I like to use just the tea light candle metal tin type of things. Once you burn all the way through this candle, then you can use this tin and it works really well. So I'd recommend using one of these if you have it. So the first thing you're going to need is to take your cardboard, and you want to measure the cardboard so that it'll be about the width of one of these candles. So you can just basically eyeball it about that width. And then, once you get that, you take your scissors, and you're just going to start cutting a length of cardboard that is the width of the candle tin, or whatever tin you're using. So, once you've done that, you're going to take it, put it in the tin, and start rolling it up inside of the tin. So, like so. Now it may be that you'll need more, or that it'll be too much, in which case you'll have to cut some of it. So we're just going to see what happens right now. As you can see, I've filled up the whole tin with cardboard. So next what you want to do is just, depending on how many of these you want to make, just keep doing the same process with a couple more. So I'm going to make 3 today. Probably you'd want to make as many as you would need, 1 per fire, because the way these will work is you'll light them under your fire and build your fire on top of it. So usually you won't get one of these back after you've used it. So now I've got my 3 cardboard filled tins, and we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so for this next step in making the fire starter, you're going to need your stove and some kind of little pot or pan or thing. It's not going to get dirty, but you just need it to be a barrier between the stove. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your candles that are full of wax, and you're going to put them in the pot. Put them in the pot, and after that, you're just going to turn the stove on, okay? So what's going to happen is these are going to melt, and as soon as they've melted, we're going to use the pliers. Make sure you have pliers handy or something that you can grab these with, and we're going to pour the wax into these cardboard tins. So right now we're just waiting for it to melt. Okay, so now the candles are done cooking and they're all melted. I put some tin foil here just in case I spill wax so it doesn't get on the countertop and I'll have to clean it up. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it with my pliers. Going to go to the desired one. Then you're just going to pour and let it soak in to the cardboard. That's what you want. Now, try not to have it overflow. But if it does, it's all good. Okay, once you're done with that, I'm gonna turn these off, and so I have to work quickly. And now we're just gonna let these dry and I'll show you the finished product. So guys, my fire starters are finally dried, as you can see, and they turned out well. Looking back, you can always add more wax. I think there's room for more wax in here, and the more wax, the longer they're gonna burn. But they'll still work like they are right now. The way you would do it is you would probably need a lighter or a match, some kind of open flame. And then you'll light it, you'll set this down inside of your already built little tinder bundle or whatever you built, teepee shape or log cabin, whatever it is. You'll put this in there, and even if the wood is a little bit wet, this will burn for a long time with quite a large flame. So it'll dry out that little wet like tinder or kindling, and then you should be able to just build your fire right on top of that and it'll work really well. I've used these, they work super, and they're a lot better than cotton balls, especially when you're dealing with a pretty difficult fire to start. And of course you're going to need like a lighter, something like that to start these. You won't be able to use a ferrocerium rod or a more primitive method, but you could try to improve these, put some cotton in it or something like that, and then you'd be able to use your ferrocerium rod. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these, and I will see you in a later video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, give me a comment what you thought of these, and maybe you have some fire starters that you like that you would like to share in the comments, so make sure you do that. I'll see you later. Have a great weekend.